In this video, we're going to take a look at importing some of the STL files that we previously downloaded from Thingiverse. There are a couple of ways that we can go ahead and import those files to work on our work plane. Both of them are done through this import button. And I can either click on this choose a file and then locate my file, or I can drag and drop. I'm going to show you both ways. So when I click on choose a file, it's going to ask me what file I want to open. And in my case, what I've done is both of those files that I had previously downloaded from TinkerCAD, the iPhone holder and that motor holder, are actually both inside of my downloads. If you've downloaded multiple files over multiple days or months, you may have a lot of files sitting in your downloads folder. So you may have to filter by date modified. So if I click on this date modified, it would then move things closer to the top that were more recent, or push them all the way to the bottom. You could also locate them by name or by type. So once you locate the file that you want to import, and in this case, I'm going to go ahead and import this iPhone holder, I can just click on that and choose open. That file now shows up here in my import, and I'm just going to go ahead and say import. Depending on the size of the STL file, it may take a little bit longer to import that file. So now what you can see is I now have that STL three-dimensional file that I could now manipulate however I wanted to. So if I wanted to add my name to this plate, I could do that. If I wanted to modify, I could also modify. So let's just say I wanted to add that other STL file. I'll show you the second way how we can go ahead and import. So what I'm going to do before I click on this import button, I'm going to come down here to my apps launcher, and I'm going to find the app called Files. You may have to click in this arrow to open up all of your apps. You may have to scroll up or down, but you're looking for this blue Files app. Now what I'm going to do is click on my downloads, and I can see both of them there. I'm going to restore down this TinkerCAD window as well, so I see both windows that are open. Now when I click on this import button, I get this same import shapes where I can go ahead and click and drag and then drop it in that box. It will then load it the same way that if I browse for a file, I can then import that STL file, go ahead and close my files, and then restore my window. And I can now see that on my workspace, I have both that iPhone holder and that motor bracket. Both are two completely separate files that I could manipulate if I wanted to. So there's two ways how to go ahead and import those STL files from Thingiverse or any other STL files that you have onto your TinkerCAD workspace.